how much damage is there being done to the smaller players who aren't able to stay open during the pandemic?
Yeah, look, I mean, right now, it's really a scramble of what consumers need for essentials, and those have been selling well. We think it then goes to necessities and ultimately discretionary product. And really how long the virus is around and how long the recession has to be will determine, that flow through. But we think the retailers that are getting multi-channel right are really, they're the ones ahead in winning customers for the long term.
So explain that for a moment. We spoke yesterday about how e-commerce is not as profitable for retail as the kind of walk into the store and buy and take it home model. So, talk about multi-channel and how they can continue to grow profitability if fewer people are going physically into the stores.
Well, profitability is important, but right now, keeping your associates and your customers safe is critical because that's how you win long-term success. So we're using a MEND framework. It stands for multi-channel, e-commerce, nesting, and de-densification. And we really think investors need to focus not on the weekly sales, but on those are the things that are differentiate the winning retailers from the losers over the next 5 years.
All right,
so when we're trying to think of stocks, that's what we're focused on rather than last week's sales.
Say that again. You MEND, multi-channel, essential, nesting, and de-densification?
The E is e-commerce.
E-commerce.
E-commerce. So the multi-channel is not just being e-commerce. We actually do a quarterly survey of consumers, and they told us before COVID that in the future they wanted to shop more at multi-channel retailers and less at stores, but also less at storeless retailers. Even retailers that are online only could be at risk in the multi-channel surge that we're seeing start today, and that was even before COVID on our last survey. So we think multi-channel is a key place to be, and we think multi-channel will double e-commerce penetration of U.S. retail sales in 5 years. It took Amazon Prime and mobile commerce 8 years to double it over the last 8 years.
Wow.
So you're going to see an S-curve driven by multi-channel.
Greg, what does de-densification mean? And give me an example of a store that depends on densification that is therefore on the verge of real trouble if they can't de-densify. Whatever that is.
There are a couple ways, a couple ways we think about de-densification. One of it is the run to the hills, so to speak. So you're seeing a lot of more rural retailers do better than suburban, and suburban do better than urban. Part of that phase is going to be temporary in our view. So the key is longer term. Will people actually go back to the suburbs from urban? And when we think of that, there are plenty of retailers that serve in larger stores that are maybe conveniently located to a lot of households that could be helped. So we would say de-densification. We think that there's a good 60–70% chance that this sticks for more than just a month or two. And then we looked at Tractor Supply. Lowe's talked about yesterday how their more rural stores were doing 500 basis points better than urban ones, for example. So look at the stores serving those more suburban and rural customers.
Yeah, and that goes right back to the argument we were having yesterday about whether this would help or hurt rural America. Greg, thanks very much. Again, O'Reilly, CarMax, Amazon, Costco, Walmart, some more of the names there from Greg Melich of Evercore.
And Home Depot. Home Depot's a big winner.
And
Thanks.
Home Depot. I was there the other day.
Yeah.
Big line.